But first, today, opening statements began in the hush money trial that could brand former President Trump a felon.
He's accused of 34 counts of falsifying business records to hide money used to keep two women quiet about their alleged affairs with him.
Ashley Rodriguez is live from the criminal courthouse in Lower Manhattan with the latest. Ashley.
Yeah, so in today's opening statements, the prosecution argued that this wasn't just a small transaction. This was a payment made to influence the 2016 presidential election. So Trump's team turned around, and in their opening statements, they said it is not illegal to influence an election. In fact, it's democracy.
I think it went very well.
Former President Donald Trump walked out of New York's criminal court Monday, appearing frustrated after opening statements wrapped up during lunchtime. He continues to say he did nothing wrong in the hush money trial, arguing the payment made through his then attorney Michael Cohen to adult film star Stormy Daniels was marked as an invoice, a bill he paid to his attorney.
This is what I got indicted over. Think of it. I got indicted. I'm the leading candidate. I'm beating Biden, and this is what they try and take me off the trail for.
Along with the jury, which is made up of 7 men and 5 women, along with 6 alternates, Trump sat listening to the prosecutor's opening statement, laying out a timeline of when the, quote, conspiracy began. New York DA Alvin Bragg alleges Trump met with Cohen and the owner of the National Enquirer, David Pecker, in 2015 to work out a plan to hide negative information about Trump to help him get elected. A part of that plan was to suppress bad stories in the tabloids and disguise payments made to Daniels and former Playboy model Karen McDougal so they wouldn't talk about his alleged affairs with them. Meanwhile, happening just blocks away at federal court, a hearing on the bond Trump posted this month while he appeals a nearly $500 million judgment for inflating the value of his properties. The Attorney General, Letitia James, is asking the judge to void the bond, which would force Trump to come up with another one quickly or risk the state seizing his assets, bank accounts, and properties.
Everyone knows going to that trial I did nothing wrong. And over here, I did nothing wrong also. This is a Biden witch hunt to keep me off the campaign trail.
So opening statements are now complete. Tomorrow, the prosecution is going to call their first witness back up to the stand, the owner of the National Enquirer, David Pecker. But they did warn the jury that the real bombshell, that will be when they call up Michael Cohen. We'll send it back to you in the studio.